Okay, so how did Mindy Project come about? It was a before Central Intelligence?
It was after.
Oh, it was after.
Yeah.
Fucking takes so long to make these movies.
Yeah, it took 7 years to make CI.
Since you sold it?
Yeah.
Wow.
We sold it in 2009, the summer of 2009, and it came out
such a headache.
this summer. Yeah.
Wow, that is insane.
Yeah. So we'd sold CI, and we were just waiting every month for it to get made.
Right.
And then we're going out for rewrite jobs, and we're getting a couple studio rewrite jobs.
Oh, that's good though.
Yeah.
Of movies or TV?
For movies.
Okay.
Yeah, so we were kind of in the movie world, and then we wrote a TV pilot, I think, for Sony. And
wait, sorry. Let me ask you this: when you sell Central Intelligence, a lot of times once you sell it, it's gone. It's not yours anymore. Mm-hmm. Was that the case with Central Intelligence? Well, you were like, we were upset it wasn't being made, but so were you still involved in it?
We wrote. As part of our contract, they bought it, and then we got to rewrite it once.
Okay.
With studio notes.
Okay.
And Ed Helms' notes.
Gotcha.
So we did that, and then that was the first 6 months or so. Like, they hired another writer to rewrite it, a guy with more experience, and they brought on a director, and you're kind of waiting and hoping it's going to happen. And it was just really up and down for 3 or 4 years. Just like, it's going to happen. No, it's not. Will Ferrell's going to do it. No, he's not. These directors are going to do it. Oh, they had a movie that didn't do well. They're out.
Right.
So it was back and forth.
And you're sort of, you want it to be made because does it give you guys more credence as writers if it's made, or is for the writers once you sell it, sort of that's your card? Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I think
is there a difference there, or
when you sell it, I think you just want it to be made because you're so
invested.
It's yours.
Yeah.
You're so invested in it. You're like, looking back on it, you want it to be made for a lot of reasons. A big one is like it establishes you further as a writer. Because not only can you sell something, but you sold something that had the chops to get made.
Yeah.
And so we were living and dying with these updates from our manager, every month. And then we're doing rewrites on the side for studios of movies, and then we did one TV pilot, but we weren't doing anything that was getting made. There was no credits for us that were they worked on this thing, which is actually you can go watch.
Right.
And so we, decided to staff, on a show.
Okay.
And we had switched agents to UTA.
Okay.
And
moving on up.
Well, sure. I don't want to disparage APA. They're nice. But our agent represented Mindy and said to Mindy, you should meet with these two writers.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah, one of them is a performer. Mindy read our writing sample. She met with us. She wanted a writing team that had a performing aspect to it, because she wanted there to be an office situation where the writers were also on the show.
Right.
And so luckily that was Ike.
Yep.
I brought nothing to the table. And
Stop it.
So we joined the show.
That's great.
Season 1. Yeah.
Oh, that's right out the gate.
Right out the gate. Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
And then you quit ESPN. That was
I had quit ESPN soon after I'd sold Central Intelligence.
Oh, really?
For better or worse. Once again,
that was enough.
I thought it was going to be enough.
When you see a lump sum like that, you're like, I can live off this forever.
Yeah. Then you spend half of it in the first month,
right, on caviar or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever fancy
I don't
people
even like
do in the
caviar.
Palisades.
Yeah. So I hadn't worked for ESPN for a few years.
Okay.
Ike and I were full time pursuing the writing.
Oh, so you didn't have any other odd jobs after ESPN?
No,
That's great.
I did not. Yeah,
that's the dream.
And
you started directing a little. We've been trying to get you on the pod for a while, and you did some directing this year.
Yeah, I directed. One. Well, Ike and I directed we each directed one season 3, but we kind of directed them together. And then season 4, we decided to kind of totally direct separately. And I directed a couple, and I directed one more this year.
Is that something you've been aspiring to, or is it something that you just sort of were open to and they asked, or?
I think I was just open to it. Once I became kind of the set writer, season 1, I was just on set for every episode.
Right.
And so after a couple of years, I was like, I'd like to try this.
Yeah.
And
you saw the process, you were right there.
Yeah. And it was great. I think I didn't direct until I'd been on set for 65 episodes or something. So I really think I should not have directed one episode earlier than I did.
Right.
I needed to watch 65 other directors do what they do. It's really hard. You're
tough
in charge.
model.
Yeah, you're in charge of 150 person ship. It's in a way, like you have a lot of help, so it's not that hard. But,
right.
But there's pressure on you.
Oh yeah, everyone's looking at you.
Yeah.
And you have to have all the answers.
Yeah.
And you have to be really organized. Is my understanding the biggest hurdle of directing.
Prepping is 80% of it. If you have a good week, the week before you direct, you'll be fine.
Right.
If you're kind of like half-assing it and I'll figure it out in the moment, it's going to be ugly.
Right.
Yeah, and everyone can tell.
Especially too if you're a director who like you had the benefit of being there for the 64 episodes prior, but if you're just like a director for hire and you got to go watch all those 65 episodes almost for prep just to be caught up to how they tell the story, how the show is shot and things like that.
Yeah, I'm totally lucky that I know the show inside and out at this point. Visiting directors, if I was going to go direct The New Girl or something, I would, I've seen a lot of it, but I would be afraid to not miss an episode.
So much go.
Oh my gosh, I would just go to Coke at that point.
You'd have to stay up so late.
Yeah.